Welcome to the Keweenaw Research Center's winter test facilities, located in Houghton, Michigan. The facility has an ice rink with split mu areas, split mu grades, packed snow handling loops, packed snow areas, circle tracks, and several other specialty courses available to users on a shared basis. All users of the KRC Winter Test Facility must go through an orientation once a winter to learn about the facility and protocols for using the test course. This video serves as an orientation for users who have been at KRC in the last year or two. Buildings 79 and 80 have offices and garage areas with hoists and are for FCA use while at the KRC. All cars must be washed prior to going on the test course so that sand and salt don't get on the surfaces. Building 79 has an underbody spray system. Position the underbody sprayer in the center of the east side of Building 79 and pull the car up to it. Connect the supply hose of the underbody sprayer to the quick disconnect on the lower part of the south garage wall. Instructions are on the west wall of the east garage bay near the water supply. Make sure the water valve is turned in line with the vertical pipe. Hit the start or black button to start the pump and start spraying the vehicle. The pump light should turn on. Once you are done with the underbody sprayer, hit the red button to turn the pump off. If the pump runs out of water, the low water light will come on and the pump will shut off. Once it is running, drive the vehicle over the underbody sprayer both forward and backwards a few times to clean the underbody of the vehicle. Use caution while driving over the sprayer so your vehicle does not hit the side sprayer arms. There are also scrub buckets, car soap, and brushes for washing the vehicles, and a pressure washer for spraying off vehicles and cleaning what the underbody sprayer didn't get. Every vehicle that enters the test course should have a gate fob for accessing the course through the gates, as well as activating lights, which will be discussed later on. Each vehicle must also carry a radio for the test course. Channel 3 on the FCA radios is the test course channel. Remember to hold down the push-to-talk button for a second before speaking. All passengers must wear seatbelts and all vehicles must have the lights on while using the test course. Please do not use the entrance from the main KRC administration building, shown ahead, to enter the FCA parking lot. Building 108 on the right is the inspection pit for looking at the underside of vehicles, and Building 105 on the left is the cold room. The slush pit is another area that Chrysler personnel may wish to use. It has heated concrete to prevent ice from forming on the concrete, and has the capability to be anywhere from 2 inches to 2 feet deep. A refrigerated trailer just to the left here is available for cooling vehicles to -20 degrees Fahrenheit if the cold room is occupied. Slush pit, cold room, and refrigerated trailer time should be scheduled with the facility manager prior to arrival at KRC, and then coordinated with the test course manager on the day of testing. The KRC cold room is a 30 by 40 foot chamber that can house several vehicles for cold soaking to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Exhaust systems are installed for operation of vehicles while in the cold chamber. Please follow all safety rules posted in the cold room. Bendix is another customer on the same lot as Chrysler. The large semi-tractors and trailers and buses tend to have poor mobility, and the drivers can't see the smaller cars as well, so drive slowly in the parking areas and around the Bendix building. Please give these larger Bendix vehicles the right-of-way. The gate to the test course is opened with a gate fob. Press the small gray button to open the gate. After entering, close the gate by pressing the small black button. After the gate arm raises, you may enter the course. If a Bendix truck is coming in on the access road, please do not enter yet and give them the right-of-way. As you enter, announce on the radio what vehicle you are driving and where you are going. Make sure you check the monitor in the office for the courses that are open to Chrysler prior to going on the test course. Most courses are shared, but there are some courses that are exclusive to other users at different times throughout the test season. For example, the entrance on the right is the entrance to Spin Up 1. This course is exclusive to an independent tire tester all winter long, so please don't enter this course. Stop where the Chrysler access road meets the main test course access road. Look both ways, as there are other customers and test course maintenance vehicles using the main access road and coming from the left where the KRC field station is located. All access roads are two-way and the speed limit is 30 miles per hour. There is no testing on the access road. The first test area available to FCA personnel is VDA-1, which stands for Vehicle Dynamics Area 1. Always announce on the radio when you enter a course. For example, here you would say, "Red Charger entering VDA-1." VDA-1 is a packed snow dynamics pad for vehicle acceleration-deceleration testing or testing with other dynamic maneuvers such as slaloms, lane changes, or decreasing radius turns. There is a large yellow reflector at the far end of VDA-1 with a flashing yellow light on it to warn you that the end of the area is approaching. On days when there is heavy cloud cover, fog, snowfall, or blowing snow, the reflector and light are helpful in warning you that you should start slowing down. If there are other users that are not part of your group on VDA-1, please go to another course until VDA-1 is available. If there are only one or two other customers using VDA-1 at the time, you may talk to them on the radio and ask if you can share. Many tire testers only need a few lanes, as they are only doing straight line accels and decels, and if that is all you are doing, it is pretty easy to work together. VDA-1 is a free-form type of area, and traffic can run in any direction on this test area. When exiting VDA-1, clear the area by calling on the radio that your car is leaving VDA-1. For example, Red Charger, clear of VDA-1 and heading toward Handling Loop 1. Stop at the exit of VDA-1 and look both ways for traffic before proceeding to other parts of the course. Continuing on the main access road, you will come to Spin Up 2, located on a 90-degree corner on the right. This is a small, packed snow area that is mainly used for tire accels and decels. This course is exclusive to Michelin in most of January. The access road continues, paralleling the airport fence. Remember to slow down at the 90-degree corners. If you meet a larger vehicle, such as a Bendix truck or a large test course maintenance vehicle, remember to stop and let the larger vehicle go through the corner before you proceed through the corner. Here the main access road continues to the left. The access road straight ahead is for entering Spin Up 3, Handling Course 1, the circle tracks, and VDA-2. Spin Up 3 is another small packed snow area for accels and decels, and it has packed snow grades of 7, 10, 15, and 20%. Spin Up 3 is exclusive to Michelin for most of January and the early part of February. As you enter this area, there is a staging area on the left. If you need to use a course and somebody else is using it, you may park in the staging area. Please do not park or sit on the access road, as this may cause traffic congestion. The circle tracks have 300, 600, and 900 foot inside diameters and are 100 feet in width. A light system is used to let you know when the circle tracks are in use. The yellow light is used for the 300-foot circle and is activated by the small gray button. The green light is for the 600-foot circle and is activated by the small black button. The blue light is used for the 900-foot circle and is activated by the red button. Prior to entering the circle you want to use, stop at the entrance, activate the light for the circle that you want to use, and then once activated, call out that your vehicle is entering the circle tracks. Remember to look both directions when crossing other circles to get to the circle that you want to use. One vehicle per circle track at a time, and once on there, you can go in either direction around the circle. When you are done on the circle track, call out that your vehicle is leaving. Remember to look both ways if crossing other circles. Stop near the entrance and turn your vehicle's light off using the same button that you used to turn it on. Handling Course 1, or Loop 1 as most call it, is our smallest handling loop at 0.8 miles long. The in-use light on Handling Loop 1 is white in color, and all are activated by the large gray button. Prior to entering Loop 1, activate the in-use light and call out to see if anybody is on the loop. Wait a few seconds to see if there is any response, and then proceed on to the handling loop and announce that you are entering. Handling Loop 1 is driven in the counterclockwise direction. There are no speed limits, but drivers are encouraged to work their way up in speed as conditions change and some corners are tighter than others. If you do get stuck in the snowbank, call on the radio for track maintenance to give you a tug and make sure to describe where you are stuck. Remember to listen to the radio while waiting in case somebody else is trying to enter the loop. If you have a rollover, please notify the facility manager as an accident report will have to be completed. Remember to adjust your speed for sharper corners. As you come to the end of handling Loop 1, you may continue for more laps to the left. If you are done with Loop 1, you can exit at the same place that you entered. Remember to turn the in-use light off again by pressing the large gray button. Look to make sure the light is off and clear the loop using the radio. The receiver is located on the post with the instruction sign for the circles and Loop 1 near the entrance. As you exit handling Loop 1, remember to stop at the access road crossing. Always give right-of-way to vehicles on the access road, especially those coming off of the circle tracks. Continuing toward the staging area, there is a refrigerated trailer on the left used by groups doing snow packing tests. VDA 2, or Vehicle Dynamics Area 2, can be entered here or at the entrance near the orange cone shack off of the main access road. Remember to announce that you are entering VDA 2. VDA 2 is a packed snow dynamics pad 1,800 feet long and nearly 300 feet wide, and is used for vehicle acceleration and deceleration testing, or testing with other dynamic maneuvers such as slaloms, lane changes, or decreasing radius turns. There is an exit at the far end. It is an exit only, never enter at the far end. If there are other users that are not part of your group on VDA 2, please go to another course until VDA 2 is available. If there are only 1 or 2 other customers using VDA 2 at the time, you may talk to them on the radio and ask if you can share. Bendix may be testing large trucks on VDA 2, and it is not recommended to share with the large trucks, as they need a lot of room for their testing. Once you are done on VDA 2, announce that you are clear and then leave the area, either by entering the staging area by the circles or the main access road. Remember to stop and look for traffic when entering the main access road. As we continue on the main access road to other courses, the packed snow start-on-hill grades are on our left. The main access road continues on the right to the ice rink area, handling loops 2 and 3, and the stability test area. Always enter between the 2 green signs, as this is the least grade slope with the best visibility. Announce that you are entering. There are grades on each side of the dip, and the grades are labeled on signs in the order that they appear. At the top of the grades, on the far side, is handling Loop 2. Do not enter into Loop 2 here. Always stop before the stop sign and back down to the bottom of the dip. The start-on-hill grades are used for tire, all-wheel drive, and traction control testing. When exiting the start-on-hill grades, use any grade but the one you entered on, and announce that you are clear of that area. As you leave the start-on-hill grades, you can either go back to the shop or turn left and drive toward the ice rink or other handling loops. Always stop before entering the main access road and wait for traffic to clear. As you continue toward the ice rink area, you will notice the exit to VDA 2 on your right. The main access road continues on the south side of handling Loop 2 and the ice rink area to the stop sign at the handling Loop 2 crossing to the ice rink. This is the most dangerous intersection on the course. To the left is the access to the ice rink area, traction pads, and split mu grades. If you continue straight, you can go to the Bendix stability test area or handling Loop 3. To get to the rink area, you have to cross handling Loop 2. Always stop here and let any traffic coming from the rink area get across Loop 2. Note the flashing amber in-use light for handling Loop 2. If this is flashing, note that Loop 2 is in use and traffic may be coming from the right. As you make the left going to the rink, stop at the next stop sign. Note the red lights on each side of handling Loop 2. If these are flashing, it means that somebody is coming by on handling Loop 2 at high speed. Do not cross until they have gone by. Ground loop sensors are used to activate those red lights as cars drive over them. Vehicles at this intersection also activate an amber light to the right to warn the handling Loop 2 users that somebody is about to cross the loop. Always look to the right to make sure traffic is clear. look at the red lights to make sure they aren't flashing, and announce that you are crossing to the rink area. Once you are sure it's clear to cross, proceed on the ice rink access road to the stop sign at the ice rink approach road. The end of the ice rink is to the left, so the traffic is one way from the left. If you only want to use the ice rink area, make a right and follow the ice rink approach road to the rink. If you want to use the traction pad or split mu grades, continue straight across the ice rink approach road to the traction pad and grade area. The traction pad is a 100 by 100 foot asphalt pad with a cutout for ice and is used for traction launches. There are also split mu grades of 15, 20, 25, and 30% for traction control testing, and a 20% step mu grade for front to rear split testing. If there are orange cones in front of the grades or on the traction pad, it means that the area is closed. Sometimes this happens when the weather gets too warm and the ice softens. It's easier to recover these areas if we stay off of them when they are too soft. If it is snowing or windy and snow is getting on the asphalt, call track maintenance on the radio to have the area swept. If you successfully climb a split mu grade, there is a center road at the top that you can use by turning right, going down the hill, and circling back to the right to use the grades again. There is a wall of snow separating the slope return road from the ice rink approach road, so if you stay in that slope return road, you don't have to be concerned about traffic on the ice rink approach road while doing split mu grade testing. If you are done using the grades and want to leave this area to go to another part of the course, you can exit on the same road you entered by crossing the ice rink approach road and crossing Handling Loop 2. If you want to use the ice rink area, exit the grade area by leaving the grades near the snow wall that separates the slope users from the ice rink approach road and turn left. Remember to look to the right to make sure there is no traffic coming from the end of the rink, as this is a one-way road, right to left at this point. Note that if you have a need to look at data, there is a holding area on the right side of the ice rink approach road across from the split mu grade area. Pull as far right as possible and put your flashers on. If you see a vehicle with flashers on, you may go around the vehicle and proceed to the rink. If there is a vehicle stopped without flashers, you have to wait in line, as this is one area that is shared by all users and everybody takes a turn. Once you are ready to proceed to the rink, announce that you are leaving the grades and heading to the rink. As you leave the grade area and drive to the rink on the ice rink approach road, note that there is a road on the left on the other side of the grades. Do not enter this road. This is for track maintenance vehicles only. There are always at least 2 crew members available to maintain the grades, traction pad, and ice rink area throughout testing hours. Continue on the ice rink approach road to the top of the hill entering the rink. The rink is split into 2 sections, the left having packed snow lanes, ice lanes, and asphalt for split mu, transition mu, and checkerboards. The right side has packed snow lanes and straight ice. If there is a vehicle on the side you want to use, wait until the area is clear and then make your test run. If your lane is open, go ahead and make your test run. As you complete your test run, travel to the left, back on to the ice rink approach road. If you are using the straight ice side, remember to stop and look to make sure no traffic is coming on the asphalt side of the rink. Never go back directly up the hill. Always travel back around the ice rink approach road if you need to make another run. If you are done in the ice rink area, turn right off of the ice rink approach road and leave on the ice rink access road. Stop at the stop sign at the Handling Loop 2 crossing and remember to look left. Look at the red lights to make sure they are not flashing and then announce that you are crossing Handling Loop 2. If you need to use Handling Loop 2, you may access it either by leaving the ice rink or coming off of the main access road. Make sure that the in-use light is off so that you know that nobody is using Handling Loop 2. Click on the large gray button on your fob to activate the in-use light and make sure that it starts flashing, and then announce that you are entering Handling Loop 2. Handling Loop 2 is clockwise travel only. Handling Loop 2 is a high-speed handling loop that is 1.2 miles long with decreasing radius, constant radius, and increasing radius turns. This loop has limited access to those with a Chelsea Proving Ground Level 2 license or higher, or previous approval from KRC. If you need to use Handling Loop 2, please check with the facility manager or test course manager prior to using it. Some sections are high speed, so please use caution when coming out of the high speed sections. Remember that if you get stuck in a snowbank, to call track maintenance for a tow. As you come out of the hairpin turn, there is an amber light that indicates that somebody is crossing Loop 2 to get to or from the ice rink if it is flashing. If it is flashing, please slow down. Once you are done with Loop 2, please exit where you entered, and remember to click the large gray button on your fob to turn the in-use light off. Announce that you are done with handling Loop 2 and say where you are headed next. If you want to use Loop 3, you can exit to the left and continue out on the main access road towards the Bendix Stability Area and handling Loop 3. The Bendix Stability Area is their exclusive course, but may be used if scheduled in advance, and it is not planned for use by Bendix. Handling Loop 3 is at the end of the main access road. To access Handling Loop 3, check to make sure the Loop 3 in-use light is not flashing, and then click on the large gray button to activate the in-use light. Once the light is flashing, announce that you are entering and turn right to enter Handling Loop 3. The direction of travel on this course is counterclockwise only. Handling Loop 3 is another high-speed course, 1.3 miles long, with limited access like Handling Loop 2. The second left-hand curve is a sharply decreasing radius, so remember to scrub speed off prior to entering. As with all testing on snow, it is best to work your way up in speed. As with Handling Loop 2, Handling Loop 3 has a variety of increasing, decreasing, and constant radius curves throughout, so use caution on the high-speed sections as you go into the curves. Once you come to the end of Handling Loop 3, you can either continue for more laps or exit the course back onto the main access road. If you are done on Loop 3, use the fob and press the large gray button to turn off the in-use light, and then announce that you are clear of Handling Loop 3. Remember to announce where you are going next. As you drive in on the main access road to return to other courses, remember to stop at the intersection where the ice rink access road crosses Loop 2, and let any traffic that is leaving the rink get across Handling Loop 2 safely before you proceed. As you drive by the Start on Hill access, please slow down and watch for merging traffic coming from those leaving the Start on Hills. Remember to think safety. Always use a seatbelt. Always have your lights on. Obey speed limits on the access road. Always announce on the radio when entering and leaving a course, and say where you are going next. Thank you for viewing this orientation video. We hope you have a safe and productive visit to KRC. If there are any questions on protocols or procedures, please check the KRC Chrysler website or contact the facility manager.